made it such a big thing where there's art, there's music, there's plushies, there's everything you can imagine out on the market. Like, what exactly is getting people into this? So I started watching the show and I got hooked. I just kept on watching it since then. So
I got into it. I'd heard about it for a while, but I've heard about how rabid the bronies could be, and but I woke up one morning, headed out in the living room. I came across my sister and my nephew watching the one with Piggy babysitting the Cake Twins.
Yeah,
and I found myself laughing my ass off and getting hooked, and well, there I am. Alrighty, what else should we talk about? He's the one who has the social skills here.
So I get taken to
Hey, Scootaloo!
That's all right. I'm half and a half older.
Best CMC. Hand, hooves down. Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, they can get dunked on. Scootaloo's where it's at. We have a Scootaloo.
I love all three. I can't hate all three. I can't hate them at all.
I'm going to throw them off.
So, as it goes to the convention, everyone have fun? I mean, what was, like, your highlight? What's the best part of it? And what was the least exciting thing about it?
All right, let's start here.
I usually like pretty much every convention I've gone to. You know, I've been going here for at least 4 years now, and I don't really have too much of it to say, except for maybe sometimes, like, there'll be a good portion where I don't really want to go to any of the panels, so I just have nothing to do. But otherwise, each and every convention has gotten better, and this one they definitely went all out with as much as they could, and still going on until next year, which is amazing.
For me, I would say just the whole experience with everyone else. Everyone's so nice and generous and everything else, and go through the vendor hall, and it's like something always new every year. There wasn't really anything that I could disagree about it, but except for the same reason with the panels, if there might be something that I'm not interested in, then have a bunch of free time to roam around and talk with everyone else.
Ready?
It's kind of the same thing. When I have something to do, it's very fun, but when I'm not, I go like just walking around and wasting time. That's the last part.
Okay, and
it's definitely meeting people. I love meeting the musicians. Most of all, I've seen some people that have made tunes that I've loved for years. I ran into Maddie Tourmaline. She used to be known as Adam the Walker, and they made some absolute jams back in the day. And just hanging out with people and meeting people is great. It's super great. And the music, the concerts are lit.
And how have people reacted to you guys being bronies? I mean, because I know there's all the stereotypes around the whole thing, but how have they reacted to you being a brony? And we'll start over here again.
As soon as I was watching those 3 seasons, I was doing it on the couch on like a tablet, and my mom saw it, and she was just like, "Oh, this is amazing!" And then like for Christmas, she gave me a vinyl scratch T-shirt, so she was very into it, and I've definitely gotten other people to do it as well. And, it's been just a great supportive part of my life.
Already?
For me, I'll have to say I've been kind of sneakily doing it because I didn't know how my parents would react to it.
Yeah.
So after a while, I went to the mall, bought a vinyl scratch headphones, brought it home. Parents were awake and everything, and I walked in and I gave them not really the talk, but what would you say if I was a brony?
Sit down.
So then they're like, we're completely fine with it. Whatever you like to do and whatever you like to have fun with, go enjoy it.
Oh. So it kind of sounded like a coming out story there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mom, Dad, I'm a brony.
I like ponies.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I keep that for a secret for a while, but one day, me and my family, we were hanging out, we were talking about TV series, and I decided, hey, I like My Little Pony. And they were like, what? Yeah, I like it. It's a good show. Okay. It's kind of weird, but that's like, okay.
And
my parents are pretty cool. Mom's really supportive. I talked to my dad about it, and he's like, man, I know you're into something weird. And I was like, yeah, I'm into ponies. He's like, thank God, I thought you were gay. I want grandkids, son. And I was like, yeah, we're going to make it happen eventually.
All right, and we have 3 new gentlemen here. Would you guys like to be interviewed for a podcast?
Sure.
Yeah, Blake, I represent the Blake and Sal show, and so does he. Sissy, if you guys would like to...
represent the Lollipop Guild.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
There we go. He's got it.
I was kicked out for being too tall.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Okay.
Call for the
Alrighty, if you guys could introduce yourselves here.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Hey, yo, I'm Theo.
And you're a poet and didn't know it. Oh!
But yeah, I run the Weed Horse Twitter.
Yes, the Weed Horse Twitter is absolutely amazing. It's so wholesome, but dank at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like danksome.
Yeah, at Weed Horse LMAO.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. I can't imagine living with. That'd be crazy.
Alrighty, and you, sir?
I'm not into this.
He's not. He doesn't exist.
Oh,
No, that's fine.
okay, that's fine. And you, sir?
I'm Rars memeing. I almost die a lot.
He almost dies a lot. He's my neighbor.
Oh my goodness. Living Final Destination.
I mean,
No, I'm not kidding. I almost die a lot.
he almost dies like a lot. Like it's
You never
it's-
quite get over the edge.
yeah.
You're like Kenny, except you don't physically.
Imagine
die.
if Kenny didn't die.
Yeah.
Wow.
It only comes down like when
It
Timmy
sounds
got
like
his
you're pretty
shirt.
lucky.
No.
He's anything but lucky.
And how did you gentlemen get into the fandom?
There was a little thread on Co in 2010.
Nice.
It's been a long ride.
From the very start. Wow.
Really long ride.
Alrighty, and you, sir?
It was a fad at my high school at the time. I was a freshman, and I saw some like older kids crowding around a phone, and they're watching fucking the Pony Swag. They're watching Pony Swag, you know? that video, the Pony Swag video, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, haha, there's ponies and they're rapping. Ah, that's funny. This is ironic, right? And they're like, wait, no, no, it's not. And they're like fucking seniors. I'm just like, so I asked my friends, and they said like, yeah, they're bronies. I'm a brony too. And then next thing I know, I see like half the school. It was like a nerd school, so like half the people there were bronies. So I became a brony to fit in, but I just sort of fit.
He's the only one who never outgrew it.
I didn't outgrow it.
Okay, and how did your family respond to you being a brony, what with all the stereotypes and that going around?
If they know.
If they know. If they know.
I don't know if you want to hear that story.
Oh boy.
It's not a nice one.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Let it out.
It's okay. We're all here. It's a safe place.
Yeah.
That we're
My
recording.
dad drank a whole lot of sun punching juice.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I can relate.
My
It's
mom
okay, now I
walked in
exploit
on
him for money.
my mom walked in on me watching Magic Duel. Yeah. She walked in on me watching Magic Duel, and then she just sees me watching Pony, and I'm just like, well. All the kids at school are into it, and then she just started laughing, and then my sister walks into the room, and she's just like, "I'm not surprised."
I swear to God, it's porn.
Yeah, I was just like, "It's Pony," and then my mom, she was just like, we went to a family gathering, and she's like, "Hey, you should tell your uncle that you'll watch My Little Pony," and I'm just like, "No." Why would I do that? But now my entire family knows, and they're cool with it. They think it's weird, but they're cool with it. My mom thinks it's hilarious.
Okay.
My mom likes Applejack.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Top
And,
good taste.
and you?
Oh, for
Yeah, for the question here.
Well, considering my mom and brother are both here and they consist of my family,
Yeah.
I think they're okay with it. But as in regards to my wife, it's one of those things where she doesn't quite understand, and she accepts it that it is what it is, but she's never going to come here to save her life.
As long as she
So-
still loves you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just she does make some side comments occasionally about it.
Alright.
Like with friends, she's just like, yeah, he's a brony.
Yeah. My mom and dad don't really get it, but they accept it because, well, it's something that gets me to go out and socialize here. My sister, after watching several episodes, said that Twilight is her spirit animal.
Yeah.
You know, as in, she's a neurotic overachiever, just like her. My late uncle thought it was a bit weird at first, but then he saw the Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000 and recognized that they were spoofing the Music Man there. And he got intrigued by it enough to watch then he also heard that John Delancey was in it, and he's a big Star Trek fan. So he watched the documentary, the documentary Bronies, where they had Delancey as the professor teaching everybody about the Bronies, and he wound up understanding it, and God bless him, he was one of the bigger supporters for me liking this until he died. And quite honestly, if he were still alive, I would have bought that print of Discord as Bob Ross for him, because he's a huge, huge fan of Bob Ross.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Who doesn't like Bob Ross?
I don't think anybody does.
I was gonna say, I just think he's unnaturally calm. Like this is a guy who's about 10 seconds away from opening fire in a shopping mall.
I'm going to paint something. Paint the wall.
Paint the walls with your blood.
What do you
Happy little mistakes.
So,
We got time for one last question for all of you
one last
gentlemen.
question, because I really want to end this on a brawl. Who is best pony?
Pinkie Pie.
Spitfire.
Pinkie Pie.
We're going to start over here and then work
And
around.
one at a time.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, it sucks because I have to choose though. But I suppose my main focus has always been Pinkie Pie actually. So.
Oh my man.
Yeah.
I'm a Pinkie Pie and Rarity guy.
There you go.
You're the only other one I know.
Who likes Pinkie Pie and Rarity?
I like Pinkie Pie and Rarity.
Oh.
Okay,
Big White Nipple.
you next, sir.
For me, from the start, it would have to be Twilight and Rarity.
Hey.
Well,
Pinkie Pie and Rarity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Punk's best.
Applejack.
Hey. That's a
Hey.
I like Twilight, Glamsies, and Trixie.
Okay.
I am a huge fan of Spitfire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
an
like
Academy
the
record.
fast- I like the fast yellow horse.
Definitely love Pinkie Pie. I mean, I can't lie.
Yeah.
I can't love Pinkie Pie.
Yeah.
But I also like Sunset Shimmer and Starlight Glimmer.
But yeah, all I have to say is, who wouldn't love Pinkie? I mean, she's huggable, she's adorable, and probably smells of cotton candy.
Yeah,
She reminds me of me in a way where I'm just getting distracted a lot.
Yeah.
Don't really know what I'm talking about,
She's-
but I still try to chime in.
She's kind of like the good version of Lotso. Lotso, only instead of smelling like strawberries, she smells like cotton candy. Alrighty.
And also is not Satan.
Yeah.
And also is not voiced by Ned Beatty, thank God. I'm trying to imagine Ned Beatty's voice coming out of Pinkie Pie now.
That's very
My name is Pinkie Pie, and I am here to say that I will make you smile, and I will brighten up your day.
Oh, I got one word number 10 to one.
That was slowly turning into Bane.
On that
Your
note,
punishment must be more severe. You're a big mare.
Okay. Oh, Rarity, I will make you squeal like a pig.
I'm going to crash this party with no survivor.
Yeah, my little deliverance.
Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mrs. Sparkle.
I was gonna say, you have failed, Twilight Sparkle. As you can see, I hold the high ground.
Don't try it.
You were the chosen one! The candy rises, sisters.
From my point of view, the unicorns are evil. Then you were lost.
Any pony can be a hero.
Dude, actually...
Even if they do something as small as put a coat around a little filly's shoulders to let her know that the world hasn't ended.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so at HRPC, it's either HRPC or Everfree, where there was this fan VA panel, and they were just going over scenes, but in pony voices. My favorite one was they redid, the high ground scene.
Yeah.
But instead of Anakin and Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
it was Scootaloo and Rainbow Dash.
although
And
it's
still
very
be-
fitting, though.
Still better casting than Hayden Christensen.
I hate you.
Alucard Magic.
Although the odd thing is I've seen him in other movies and he's great. It's just I'm guessing in this case it was miscasting and crappy direction.
Yeah.
Alicorn Magic is a pathway to abilities some consider unnatural.
And I'm just sorry, just as an aside, dude, you kind of sound like a young Morgan Freeman.
The only reason why the classic trilogy was so good was because for like most of the shit George Lucas was thinking of, they just told him no.
Yeah.
Yoda was originally going to be played by a literal monkey in like a fucking suit or something.
And I mean, cheese pie